In this video, we're going to talk about how to set daily velocity. So for the most part, you might find that the current settings are going to work just fine for you. But this platform was built to service both private label and wholesalers. So we have a lot of flexibility in what data we can look at. So, for a private label business that has a lot more steady sales, looking at the past 180 days and the average of 180 days might be something that's very helpful. However, if you've got a business where you're in wholesale, right, with a lot of volatility, people coming in, um, you know, uh, taking the buy box, that type of thing, we find that the wholesalers like to look at things like past 30 days, 15, 7, and 2, which may not be as useful to, say, private label. So you have the ability to adjust the average, the adjusted velocity, to adjust the velocity to your own personal needs within your business. And you can adjust it in such a way that you're setting a default, like you can see here, right? 180 days through 15 days is selected for pretty much all of these products, except for a few, right? So what I have done in that case is I've set the velocity, right? And I say, I want, we'll just do it real quick, right? So let's say I want to look at specific data. So we'll turn all of this off and now it shows 0. So we go, okay, I want to look at my calculation. How can I want to look at every single day, right? And you see as I click on these buttons, the velocity is changing. So we've got 2 and then it goes down further, and then further and further. So you can see that the average is changing based on what I'm selecting, right? Because we're essentially doing an average of averages, right? We're looking at the average sales at 180 days plus the average of 90, 60, all of these days, and then we're doing an average of that average. So essentially what you should be doing is you should be setting your averages, and then you can set mark as all, and then every single one of your products will start with this average. So if you're a wholesaler, maybe 90 days and 180 days and even 60 days maybe don't make sense for you because of the nature of your business. On the opposite scale, this might be something for a private labeler. They want to know 180, 90, 60, and 30, right? And then you click and you say apply to all forecasts. This is what my base is going to be. And then, importantly, you can go through and you can look at specific trends. So I look at this one and I go, okay, so this is very volatile. You see you've got some, 69, you got 41, you've got 36, right? You've got 40, 46. You've got a lot of volatility in this particular product. So this is what you want to look for. You want to look for these patterns, and when you see a lot of volatility and there's not a lot of stability within a product, that's where you really want to think, well, what is actually happening? If there's a lot of volatility, 180 days isn't necessarily going to be relevant, and even 90 days might not be so relevant. So you can see as I'm taking these off, the numbers are changing, right? So it goes from 51 down to 48, and then I take this one off and it goes and it's, oh, that one stays to 48, but then I say I take this 46 off, right? And so as I'm taking things off, the numbers are adjusting. So I'm deciding what numbers I can trust within this daily velocity, right? What numbers can I trust within these averages? And then I get to a point where I go, yeah, this is more accurate for this particular product. And that's what I've set, and I'll keep it, and it won't change unless I go in and change it, or unless I do a bulk update like we said before, where we apply to all forecasts, and then it will change it for me. So those are the reasons to change your velocity, to adjust your velocity. That's how to do it, and that's going to just help you to get a lot more specific with certain products that you have in your catalog.